A late bloomer, if there ever was one. A landmark writer who transformed the landscape of literature. An author who created the most iconic fantasy saga for children and young adults. Not sure who I'm waxing lyrical about? While you try and figure that out, let me introduce myself. I'm Ashdin Doctor, and this is the Compounding Mindset brought to you by Axis Mutual Fund. So who, in case you can't quite put your finger on it, is this legendary writer? For starters, she's a woman. One who wrote her first story at the age of 6 and her first full-fledged novel when kids her age were still trying to understand the language. 11 years. But it wasn't until much later that she received any professional platform through which to showcase her literary prowess. She went through an emotionally difficult time and experienced loss up close when her mother passed away. This even had her go through a bout of depression. The lady then had the idea of the books on a train journey. Loss and grief that she went through influenced the theme of her books, but dealing with her own problems must have been hard for her emotionally. She finished the first draft of her book while as a single mother on government benefits in 1995. Then, no less than 12 publishers turned her down. An unknown literary agent in London finally agreed to take it. It was her undiminished willpower that changed the face of contemporary writing altogether. That too, at a juncture in her life when most would have dismissed the person, saying it was simply too late. She then chose to use her initials instead of her full name because publishers thought that teenagers would not be interested in a book about wizards if the author was a woman. So she also had to deal with gender bias in the industry, which was another challenge. Amongst the many life lessons that we can draw from her own, she possesses a childlike curiosity and wonder, a flair for fun, and a youthful exuberance. Always a video game lover, she regularly indulges in many non-literary passions. So from the beginning of her literary success in the 90s till now, her realization that it is never too late for anything is a lesson that we can all learn from. When applied to one's financial planning and investments, the same philosophy can be a powerful way of thinking that almost always pays off in a big way. For some reason, let's say you didn't make any smart investments until you were well into or past middle age. Does that mean you missed the investment bus and that important stop? No, of course not. As soon as you realize that and have the will to do it, start. No matter what age, the most important thing is to jump in. The idea that it's never too late to start investing and the author's magical spell as a writer both have something in common: the chance to be successful even if you start later in life. She wrote this hugely popular book series, which is now a movie franchise as well, and didn't become famous until she was in her 30s. In the same way, people who have put off starting an investment journey for various reasons, such as a lack of funds, knowledge, or other important things in their lives, can find inspiration in her story. The most important thing to remember is that strategic financial decisions and the power of compounding can help anyone build wealth, no matter when they start investing. The author's storytelling skills probably improved over time, and the growth of an investment portfolio can also happen slowly over time, paying off in the long run. Like our famous author, the world we inhabit is peppered with enough and more inspirational precedents on the so-called late bloomers, all of whom speak directly to the fact that it is never too late. Actors, photographers, painters, linguists, cooks, consultants, vloggers, speakers, social service workers. There are countless instances of people discovering and making first-time yet significant inroads into streams and facets of life unknown to them so far. Investments work similarly too. The will and means to invest and the wisdom to make scientific and strategic investments come to us at different stages and phases in our life. That very reality defies the argument, it's too late. There is simply no such scenario. You may or may not have been able to accurately pinpoint who our author is. But what's important is that through her shining example, she becomes a beacon of hope and possibilities for everyone to adopt this zest for life and for investments. There is no such thing as being too late. The saying, It's never too late to start, even when it comes for financial investment, means exactly that people can take advantage of long-term opportunities in the stock market at any point in their financial journey. The idea shows how powerful compounding is, which lets money grow over time. Even if you start investing later in life, this principle will always be useful because it allows for diversification, planning with specific goals in mind, and the flexibility of investment strategies. As people's finances have changed and technology has improved, it has become easier for them to find investment opportunities. This means that they can start investing at their own pace and with different amounts of money. The idea that investing can be successful for everyone at any age, as long as they make smart choices, plan strategically, and stay committed to their long-term goals, will always ring true. I'm Ashdin Doctor, and this is the Compounding Mindset, brought to you by Axis Mutual Fund. I'll be back next week as we unlock the power of the compounding mindset. Keep a watch out for more episodes where we talk about the power of consistency in our life. And remember to subscribe for future episodes. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.